Alright guys, step one is very simple. The very first thing we have to do is, let's go ahead and get our map just because it's easier to look around and stuff. Alright, you can see I've already cut mine out just to look around just for a second. Alright, and the first thing you're going to want to do is we are going to find our spawn chunks. Now, the reason why we're putting it in our spawn chunks is that so our iron farm is always working. You can build it anywhere you wanted to, but if you want it to always work, it's a lot better because it's nice going down in the mines, doing your mining, getting diamonds or whatever, and coming back up, and then you just got loads and loads of iron. So, if you want that, you have to build it in your spawn chunks. Now, don't worry, it's not too hard to do. Just get a compass. The compass doesn't actually point like to a block, but it points in the middle of 4 different blocks. So this little crosshair right here is where the spawn, the center is. Well, technically it's not the center, but it's pretty close. But this is where the compass points. And so, what you want to do is you want to mark this area. So I'm going to be building out of iron blocks, so I'm going to mark the area like that. Alright, step 3 is very, very simple. What we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to build the first tower up here. So we're going to build up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these are where the iron golems are going to be falling. And they're also going to drag it out in this direction. But for now, we're just going to focus on the tower. So you're going to skip 3 blocks. So you do 3 blocks, and then you skip 3 more. And then you make a little kind of thing right there. Kind of like that. Kind of like this. Now, the corner blocks right here are actually optional, but I think it, you know, it might be easier. It just depends. I don't know. If you're running low on resources, it might be good to keep it, but it all just depends on you. Now, what you want to do from here is, you want to build this up 80 blocks in the sky. So, from this spot right here is 80 blocks, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. The easiest way to do this is to get a stack of... You could start from the corner if you wanted to. Or you could start there. It doesn't really matter. But you start from this spot. And you have organized in your inventory a stack of 64 blocks. And then you could have 14... You could have 16 blocks in the other. So you got a stack of 64. 16 blocks. Okay. So you just build all the way up from there until you have no more blocks. And that will be perfect measuring. And that should bring you to the proper height. So, forgive me, but something I forgot to mention earlier is I hope you brought a bucket. But if you didn't, it's fine. You could probably, what you'll have to do is you'll actually have to dig down and everything. But I'm sure you probably already thought of that before. But anyway, so after you get that stack done, now what you can do is you can either leave that full stack right there, or you can punch every 3 out, or actually every 2. And the iron golems will still fall without escaping. It'll be like that and that. See? Just like you would an Enderman farm. So, but in my case, I'm just going to leave it. But I'm just letting you know that those, like these, you can leave these as gaps. That's optional. If you're really scarce on resources. But anyway, so, yeah, you're going to bring these up, like I said before, 80 blocks. And you're going to do that for each one of these. And, yep. So, here we go. Basically, just a really tall tower. That's all it is. So now what you're going to do is you're going to count here. Count that block. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then put a block on top. And then you can get rid of the block under that one. So you can, that way you don't have to waste any materials. So you go do that on all sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bam. Reclaim that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Block on top, reclaim. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bam, reclaim that one. And then, what you're going to do is, you're going to fill in this whole floor. Yep. it's just going to be a big platform. So I'll get back to you right when I'm done with that. Okay, so once you got that done, it should look something like this. Now, so it should be, now you want to double check here. You want to make sure it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then a gap, right? So it's 8 blocks. It's 8 from the center on all sides. So, okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to make this be a big wall all the way around. And you're going to make it too high. So I'm going to get that done and I'll be right back with you. Alright, got something that looks like this? It's a big wall that's too high. Okay? So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to place this like this. 4 blocks in each corner like that. Okay? Now, when you do this on survival, it's recommended that you put the water in last. So we're not going to do that yet. Now what we're going to do is, on these corners here, we're going to put 2 up. Okay? And then here we're going to put 2 up. And then here we're going to put 2 up. Alright, now in the center, what you do is, you go to the center kind of the wall and get up here. But be careful, make sure you're crouched if you're on survival, of course. And you want to kind of eyeball that and be in line with it. And where it is, put that in that, okay? And then count 2 this way, bam, bam. And then 2 this way, bam, bam. So that should give you 6 blocks, okay? And you're going to do that on all sides, and you're going to make them too high, okay? Like that. So it's going to be that. It's going to be this again. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and do these on camera right quick because it's so fast. It's not too difficult. It'd be a little slower on survival though because you might not be able to fly, of course. Excuse me. Bam, 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 bam. Alright. So that's that first step completed. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just go right into the next step. So the next thing you want to do is you're going to need a lot of doors, okay? Okay, so you find your door. That's right, it's in the first one. You're going to need to spam your doors. You're going to have to stand here and crouch, okay? And if you look in, you're going to look into the farm, okay? Into the box. And then you place it like that. Boom, boom, boom. Don't go too far back or it won't. You might, like, fall off. Be careful. So you're going to do this all the way on the gaps. Now you should have 6 doors and then a wall, right? See? 6 doors, corner, 6 doors. Whoops. Doesn't really matter if it's open, I don't think, but just in case I close it anyway. And then you're going to put the doors here. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Now, a lot of you might already know this is just kind of one of a normal iron farm that's already been out for quite a while. So this technically isn't completely my design. Actually, kind of, you know, the one I got this from was called Skipping Gamey, I think. I can't remember, but I'll put it at the end of the video or something, and maybe put a link to his channel because he's the one that gave me the tutorial on how to build the triple version of the iron farm. But I did a few modifications and a few things that help you save on your resources and stuff. And so, yeah. And that makes everyone happy. And I also made it a 5 version, so I'm sure you'll like it that way. So I decided to make a video on it, and I'm really excited about it. But anyway, so let's continue on to the next step. The next step is to go ahead and make a roof, okay? So you're going to cover this. You're going to cover the entire area, the doors, with blocks, okay? You're going to do that all the way around, and then you're going to make it a floor. So you're just making another floor. It's going to be a roof / floor thing. So I'll be right back to you when I'm done with that. It is currently dark in here, and so the very next thing you're going to want to do is, actually, you might have wanted to do this before, but it doesn't really matter. This is the perfect time to do it. Come right here. You can either do this from the top or bottom, but punch the hole up here to make it match that hole, okay? So you'll probably be crouching and trying to find it up here, or you could come down here and kind of just do that. But anyway. So you do that, and then you're going to need torches. Or you can use glowstone or whatever your preference is, but usually people aren't that rich on survival. Well, okay, I take that back. But just in case you're not rich on survival, you probably put torches about like this. I recommend putting it in this fashion because it keeps the whole thing lit without using too many torches. The way I put them like that. Okay? Now, the next thing we're going to do is, we're going to make this. Okay, see how it's too high again? Too high? With the 4 blocks in the corners, we're going to do that again. So we're going to go up here. We're going to go bam, 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 bam. I believe. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, and that's the 9th block. So, yeah, you do that all the way around. Make it too high again, and you know the drill. Alright, guys, and you should have something about like this. So it should be a 2-high wall. You're up on the second little platform here. Should have a 2-high wall, and on the corners, you have 4 blocks. Okay? Okay, now what you're going to do is, up here, you're going to be probably crouching, and you want to be really, really careful. And you're going to have half slabs. It doesn't really matter what kind, or it could really be any non-spawnable block. Just anything that prevents the monsters from spawning. That's what you're going to be doing. And because if a monster gets stuck in here, it doesn't really completely mess things up, but it can sometimes hinder their progress going through the water paths I've seen recently. I've been having problems with that, so I put half slabs up here, and yeah. So the next thing you'll do after that is you will be putting water in here. Now, since I'm on creative, I could just spam the water, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what you should be doing. Is you should have like 2 buckets, or you could have more, which is great. And you should have infinite water source. Well, no, you can make an infinite water source. And what you do is you place it here, and then you place it here. Okay. And that makes this an infinite water source, so you can pick it up here, you place it here, pick it up there, skip a block, skip a block, skip a block, you know, and you keep picking it up, though, because it keeps turning it into an infinite water source. So, but since I'm on creative, I'll just take my, I'll just go ahead and go really fast. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. And do that. I'll just go ahead and just get it done, because it's so much easier on creative. However, I will be building this on survival soon on a Let's Play series, which will be fun. So, we'll see what happens. But anyway, so you do it on that platform, and you do it on this platform down here as well. So, and what this is this is the area where the iron golems will be spawning. And, of course, what's interesting is that they can still spawn in the water, of course, so you don't got to worry about that. And we'll be doing something with those corners here in a second. In fact, what you should be doing before you come down here, what you should do is you break this, break this, break this. Leave that last corner, put water right there. Bam. Break, 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 place. It fixes all the water. Just perfect. Yeah. Now we're going to do it down here. Bam, 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 water. Bam, 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 water. Bam, 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 water. Bam, 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 water. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next step. Alright, so you should have that done by now. You should have really nice water flowing currents like that right there. And the prettiness down here. And you could theoretically also put torches down here just to prevent spawns, but that's all your choice. I won't for now, but it's probably a good idea. I don't know if they can actually, if mobs can actually spawn in there. I know iron golems will, but I don't know about mobs. But, you know, if you want to take that precaution, you can. I think I did, but I can't remember in my survival world. My old one. But anyway, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to be making the villager baskets now. Now, the difference between mine and the one I did from the tutorial that I learned from another guy doing is it's a bit more exact. And what I mean by that is most people just kind of make big baskets and put kind of, you know, just random amounts of villagers in there. I don't do that. I like to measure. I like to know how many's in there. And there's a good reason for this. Because, okay, so we're going to be making 5 of these big things, okay? So The villager cap, I did lots and lots of research. The villager cap on the official Wikipedia, actually it's Gamepedia for Minecraft, the villager mob cap is 59. It might be villager 50 on console, but I know for a fact that you can get at least 50 villagers on console edition of Minecraft. Okay? So now getting them up here is a pain, but I will show you some cool tricks you can do on that later. But so what I do is I measure them exactly. I put small baskets and I put them on every single side. So I put 3 on one side, and I'm going to cover that with glass just so that zombies don't somehow magically get them. I want to be safer than sorry. And then, so we got 3 here. And then I get this over here. Bam, 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 bam. Glass, bam, bam, bam. Whoops. Bam, 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 bam. So you put 3 here as well. So you got 3 over there. And you got 3 here. And what the glass is for, the reason why did I make 2 of you? I did. I gotta fix that. Let's fix that. Sorry, buddy. Might as well kill you too. There we go. That's better. Okay. So, the reason why we got the glass in between them is so that they don't breathe. The reason is because if you're making this and they reach villager count before you do the other one, you have to come up here and actually kill one of the villagers. And then you got to breed some, and it's all complicated and confusing, and that would be all sad day. So anyway, so we got 3 over here. We got 3 over here. Now we need 2 here. So we're only going to put it like this. Whoops, didn't mean to open you. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Bam. And then I just put it like this. I put them... Instead of putting them, like, here, you know, and making the basket smaller, I separate them a bit. I'm kind of afraid that maybe those doors back there won't be... I don't know. I'll just do that. Anyway, so we put 2 here. Now, if you've done your math, you would realize that we have 8 villagers so far. Now, a lot of people think that you need quite a bit of villagers to make an iron golem. But the truth is, you actually only need 10. If you look on the Wikipedia, the Gamepedia page, in the Wiki Minecraft, you need 10 villagers and 21 doors to make iron golems. That's it. Increasing your number of villagers, I believe, raises the chances of iron golem spawning, but not by much. It's so small that it's better to just make another farm. Unless you only wanted to make one and you didn't want to spend all your time doing that. Making all the extras. Okay, so that actually is 1 farm complete. So now we're going to get working on the other ones. And actually we're going to get working on the killing area. Let's work on that first. Okay, so now is a pretty good time to talk about the killing area. Now, oh, there's one already spawning. I'm going to go ahead and kill it though. Are you gonna die? You're 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 gonna die? Are you gonna... Okay, you died. Okay. There you go. That's proof right there that it only takes 10 villagers to spawn an iron golem. See, there's 2 there. There's 3 there. There's 3 there. And there's 2 there. See, it only takes 10. A lot of people don't believe that. Or at least the one guy I talked to. It doesn't matter. Already? What? Okay, that's kind of rare. Okay, anyway. I'm just going to leave him be. So, I'm going to have to make a correction here. You want to actually go up 1 more right here. Don't worry, you don't have to raise that thing up. Just do that. Make sure there's a 3 gap here, okay? You can do this if you want to. Kind of, you know, make it look like it makes sense, at least. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Kill you. Ha! I need you out of the way so I can show my viewers how to make a thing. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to make the killing station, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to cover this spot up right here. Just like that. And you're going to bring... Now, we could make a lava killing station just right here and make hoppers right here. But here's the problem with that, and I'm going to show you what it is. So you grab your lava bucket, and you know, you're ready to kill some iron golems, and this is what happens. Can't place lava here. Placing lava close to the level spawn point is not allowed. You can't do it. What? Seriously, that fast? Okay, anyway. Probably because there's no mobs around and stuff. Anyway, so, what you want to do is you have to drag them this way. Not manually, of course. We're going to do this with water. So we're going to make it like this. Yeah, like this. And we're going to find out, before you actually build this, like kind of extend this, you can do this a little bit, but what we're going to do is we're going to place lava and make sure you have a block to destroy it or pick it up. And you keep going one by one to figure out how far it is. I actually don't remember, so I just kind of test it until I figure it out. And then I just, is it here? It's here. Okay. Okay, so it's right there. That's where I can put my lava. Okay? So you're going to stretch this all the way to there. Okay? So I'm going to bring this over here. Bam, 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 bam. Let me get my swiftness potion going. Forgive me for the particles, but I'd rather it be fast than be, you know, not particles. Alright. That's better. So you might also want to light this part in as well. The important part is you want to keep it lit up so that it goes faster, because if mobs spawn in here, it'll still work, but it'll go a little slow. Just a teensy bit. The iron golems will be like slowly pushing them. Sort of. I think I've seen one get stuck before, but anyway. So that's my marker for where the lava is able to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go one more forward, like that. And I'm going to put a block here and here, okay? So this is the first point at which I can put lava, okay? So you're going to get a sign. Where's signs? Is it over here? Is it over here? It's over here. Awesome. Let me get this thing right here. So you're going to put here, 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 and I forget how far lava goes. Let's find out. Oh, let me put some here. Go fast. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you're going to need 4 signs. Yeah. And you can put them on both sides if you want, just to make it look, just so it kind of reaches all the way. Whoops. There we go. Okay. This part can't be built out of wood. That's the only thing. Because if it's built out of wood or anything within like 4 blocks of it is made out of wood, it's going to burn because of lava, obviously. But anyway. So that's all you need to do right there. And if it's already running, mine is, because of the way I did the tutorial, you're going to need water. Okay? So you're going to put water here and here. Okay? And you can also make these iron blocks if you want, but it all depends on you, you know. Let's see. And then you need pressure plates. Okay? And then you're going to put water again. And that should be it. There you go. And they're going to run into this. I'll put a couple more pressure plates and more water, just so it reaches all the way I want it to. All right. I'm going to put another sign there, just so it looks better. Let's move these pressure plates. There we go. Bam and bam. And what you're going to do under here, actually, is you're going to put hoppers. So I'm going to do that right quick. I'm going to work against myself. I don't know why. I'm just going to put a double chest here for now, so we have a spot to monitor how much iron is coming in. Oh, I'm inside of the lava. That was great. Alright, so let's see. Where's our hoppers? Bam. Okay. So you're going to... Whoops. Don't do that. Maybe you should do the hoppers before you do the water. Anyway, so you just point 3 hoppers, because maybe even 4, because I think that you want to catch as many ingots as possible. I haven't seen any ingots go over there, really. Besides, even if there are, it's like the hoppers pretty much push them. Or the water does, I mean. But anyway, yeah. So, now we're going to go and work on the pathways to the... Hey! Haha! Nice job, buddy. Anyway, now we're going to work on the pathways to the other ones. Alright, so now we're going to be working on the next step. We've already got a working iron golem farm, okay? Now, if you're just going to leave it like this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to at least make it just a 2 gap so that they can't just escape through there and be okay and everything, you know? But Now, if you really are in this for the full 5 iron farms all in one, then you're going to do this. Here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to get right here, okay? And by the way, let me go ahead and clarify this. You don't want a village to be anywhere within here. You're going to, if there is one, you might want to destroy it. If it's your only village, then you want to relocate your villagers to a safe area, okay? Or at least 2. If you have 2, you'll be fine. 2 villagers is all you need. And if you don't even have a village and you need villagers, you can make a zombie farm and then cure one or something like that. Anyway, you can use that. Anyway, so you're going to make sure there's no farms around here. That's the thing. You want to make sure there's no villages within about 100 blocks or so of any of these farms. Anyway, so what we're going to do is you're going to want to grab a stack, okay? Stack of any block you want, whatever you're building out of, and you're going to subtract 1 from it, okay? And you're going to go out until you run out, okay? So you're going to go that way 63 blocks. Plus this one equals 64, okay? All right, so I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. All right, so after you've completed that, you are going to... Okay, so you've got like this going for 63 blocks that way. Technically 64 if you're counting this one. You're going to do the same thing for this. And you're going to make this kind of platform on each side. So you're going to do this on each side. And this one is already somewhat done for you. So 63 blocks, 64 if you're counting this one, in all directions. And make it 2 wide. And I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. Alright, so you should have something about like this. So you have a bunch of platforms going every which way. And about like a cross-like pattern. Now, don't worry if they're not exactly 64 blocks that way and that way and that way. It's okay as long as they're over 50. Hey, really 50 be okay, I think. Or just, I think it's as long as it's over 50. No, yeah. But do around 64 because that kind of gives you margin for error in case you mess up and stuff. So, yeah. 64 blocks that way, and that way, and that way. I was very exact, but that's just because I like to be way super extra careful. But anyway, what you're going to do next now is you're going to make the little path that they're going to be in. So you're going to make this, okay? Now, you can go ahead and skip this block and make this as well. So you're going to do this like this, okay? And you're going to go all the way... Excuse me. You're going to go all the way like this. And you're basically just going to rim around it, okay? And then I'm going to show you what you're going to do right after that. Oh, there's one dying right now. Aha. Already. Oh, and we already have one that's dead beforehand. So that's about 8 iron so far. Maybe 7. Anyway, so after you get that rim around there, you're going to do this too. You might as well do them on the same time and then move to the next one same time. That one. Auto-saving. That's unprofessional. At least it was super fast. But anyway, so you're going to do that. You can skip this block. And in these blocks, you're going to have torches. Doesn't really matter. Just make sure it's enough to stop spawning from the inside. And you'll be good. So I'll get back to you once I'm done with that. Alright, now I'm back. And even in creative, that did take me a little while. It took me about 5 minutes or so. Which is kind of a long time if you think about it on creative. But anyway, so you got that little pattern down. You can put the block, you skip one, and you carry it all the way around. Yeah, do it on all sides. And what you're going to do after that is, haha, that is fun to watch. You did find tiny ones. I'm actually going to keep him around in this tutorial because I don't like the slimes and he's getting rid of them, so I like him. Anyway, so what you're going to do now is you are actually just... We don't want any, like we said before, we don't want monsters to spawn in here. You're going to put torches here. You can make it even and symmetrical, make it look nice if you want to, but I'm honestly not even going to put torches since I'm on creative and it doesn't really matter. But it is kind of important that you do that just so that you don't have something clogging up the system or slowing it down. You want maximum efficiency, right? Yes. I thought I heard someone said that. Anyway, so what you're going to do now is you're going to put a roof on it so no mobs can jump in from the top. So you're going to do that, and you're going to do it on all sides. Except what you're going to do, though, is you're not going to go all the way. You're going to go almost all the way and then go 2 blocks from the end and leave it like that. Okay? So you're going to leave a hole just like that. So I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. Alright, so I just finished that. So you should have roofs that look like this, and it stops and makes that 2x2 pattern we had before from the center, you know. So it should stop 2 blocks short from the edge right here. And what you're going to do now is, well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Before we do anything, go ahead and check your iron farm. See how much iron you probably already have. It's only 1 farm, but still, you know, it's like, you know, it's cool because you're like getting iron while you're building it. That's why I activated the top one before the rest. But if you're building the whole thing all at once, though, on survival, you could wait, I guess, until you get all the pods built before you do the villager pods. That's what I'm doing in my survival world. As soon as I make a survival, I'm going to make a new survival series, I think, and I'm going to make this thing in it. But anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to do this right here, okay? So you're going to make the ring, and so what this is going to be is, guess what? It's going to be that up there again. Yeah. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put the block above and do that. Do it again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put the block above. Do that. And you know what to do from here. So what you're going to do now is you're going to make that up there again. You can review that. I would rewind and look at the part again if you need to. I would. It helps. Do that again here. And also do it here. And also do it here. And also do it here. And go ahead and build the villager pods. I wouldn't recommend putting the villagers in there yet because I'm probably going to make a separate tutorial for breeding them and separating them and stuff like that. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to build the baskets, but you're going to have like gaps in them like that, okay? So let me quickly replace that. And so yeah, you want to have the gaps so that you can put them in there when you need to. But don't put them in there just yet unless you're really just ready to get them in there. But I recommend just saving that for the end. But anyway, so like I said, make that down here and there and over there and over there. And I'll get back to you when I'm done with that crazy amount of work. Alright, I finally got that done. Probably about an hour later. Maybe half an hour? No, it's definitely an hour. Probably more, maybe 2? I don't know, it's been a while. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is you want to light this up. And you kind of want to light up the area because I'm not sure, but I think it takes away from the iron golems. Probably not. But either way, regardless, you're going to have a big shadow and it's going to be dangerous, so you want to light it up. Unless you want to be dangerous, but okay. This guy, now, you want to make sure, recently I found out that this thing wasn't spawning any iron golems, and I was wondering why. It's because this guy was like right here, and I think we was within range. I could be wrong, but I'm going to go ahead and kill him right quick just because I can. Go away, it's going to take forever. You got really strong health. Goodbye. Okay, awesome. Okay, now. Okay, so we got the iron golem there. We got one there. We got one over here. And I just made this one. This was the last one I made. So it'll take this one a minute. Now, your next step is to make the bridge. So I'm actually going to fly into here. And what you'll have to do is you'll actually have to break up and then break one of these blocks, okay? And what you're going to want to do is, I'm going to get a few materials first. I'm actually going to use redstone lamps as well. I don't need that anymore. Let's see, either that, yep, okay. So you're going to need this. So he's going to go that way. Okay, I'm going to push him that way for now. And I'm going to put this here, yep. And I'm actually going to put redstone lamps here where the water ends, okay? All you really need is the water and these pressure plates, okay? Now, I put these here because it'll be really cool because you can see on the outside when they come by, and you'll know when one's coming, just because it looks cool. But I don't know if I'll actually do that on survival, but, you know, it looks cool. So, and it makes it good for demonstration purposes. I did not mean to hit you, buddy. Alright, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to do this all the way to down there. I'm just going to do one for you know, demonstration purposes. Just to demonstrate. Bam, 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 bam. Like I said, you don't need the redstone lamps. You can just kind of wing it. You can just kind of use the pressure plates or signs or whatever you want to use to make sure they keep moving along. This guy needs to move. Get out of my way. Go that way. Go that way. Get out of my head. So I'm going to keep doing this just for demonstration purposes. And the reason why I'm demonstrating this is because near the end, you're going to have to do something a little bit different. Alright, now, whoops. Okay, so at the end, it might not align right. Let's find out. Okay, it doesn't. So what you got to do is you got to make it line up right. So there's only 2 spaces there. Because I don't want to use signs to block that up. I'd rather just make it line up right. It's easier to do it that way. So 2 spaces, then bam, bam. More water. That should be right, right? Nope, one too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these, actually. I'm going to get rid of these. And I'm going to move... Oh, going to get rid of that, too. I'm actually going to move the pressure plates right here and here instead. And that should make it easier, right? Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there and there. Bam. Bam, bam. Okay. So sometimes you're gonna have to play with the water a little bit whenever you get down up, you know, down to here. I'm gonna replace these back with redstone lamps. But anyway, you get the point. So do that with all 4 of them. And I'll come back to you when I am done with that. Alright guys, so I've emptied the chest out, and now we're going to do a time lapse starting right now. Alrighty-do. Well, that was just about at around 10 minutes. Plus or minus a few seconds. We'll go ahead and let these guys crawl on there, but... Oh, man. From the video, from the time lapse, you could probably see that every single one of these towers works very well. And together, so far, we've got 38... Well, I'm going to count this guy since he was in there just now. I'm going to count this guy, too, I guess. So... Okay, I'm going to wait till he burns. I'm going to count the iron. Okay, so... We got 45 iron in 10 minutes. 45 iron in 10 minutes. Sometimes, I bet sometimes you'll get 20, and sometimes you'll get 40. Sometimes you might get more. Because it is, if you think about it, a lot, each one of them is very random. But for the most part, you're going to get probably around that much. Now, so, let's just think about this here, though. So, I'm actually expecting it to go even more, because I think, yeah. So, 40 iron per 10 minutes. Now you multiply that times 6, because there's 60 minutes. And an hour, that would be, let's see, 40 times 6, that's, what is that? 120, right? No, 240 iron per hour. Great. So you can just go into your mines, mine for a bit, and then you come back, you have like 3 stacks of iron, pretty much. I think that's about right. And everything's awesome and great. Now, what we're going to do now is we're actually going to do another time lapse because we want to make sure this works even when you're not around. So we're going to grab this right quick. And we're just going to kind of throw this away. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the corner of the map. Okay? We're going to go far away as we can. So I'm only going to do this for about... no, I'll do it for 10 minutes. I'll do another 10-minute time lapse. This time I'll make it fast forward a little bit faster, but this time I'm going to have a clock in my hand, and I'm going to enable the daytime and everything, and that way you know it's been 10 minutes. So we'll do that right now. Alright, we actually have a couple minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the day from changing because I really don't want it to be night. So, it's pretty close. So that was about 10 minutes. You know, I stopped it right when it was morning. I had it stopped there from the beginning of the tutorial. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to still go over there, but I'm going to kind of crawl over there for the moment. Still watching my time. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to see what's going on. We're actually about a minute away from 10 minutes, but you know that's okay. That's about right. You know, I wanted to stop it before it got nighttime. I didn't want that. So this is about right though. Yeah. So let's check how much iron we have. And bam. 24 iron. Okay. So last time we got 40, this time we got 24. Technically that too, because we were supposed to wait an extra minute. So, let's see how much we actually got, because really we were supposed to wait a minute. That would have been it. So let's let this burn. It's really loud. Burn, 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 burn. Okay, now we just clocked in at 10 minutes. That's what I meant to say. I keep saying 20 because that's how long Minecraft day and night is, but Minecraft day is 10. And I also was looking at a stopwatch. We got one. Anyway, so we got 29 iron. Don't know if you can see it. I'll put it back in the chest so maybe you can see it better. 29 iron. Not bad at all. So we're going to say that's about 30 iron in 10 minutes, even while you're away. Oh, there's one right there and one right there. Haha. Well, like 4 iron. So yeah, this works even while you're away. Now, this, I am actually very happy with this. Now, the thing is that the hard part about this, the only hard part really, I mean, it's going to take a while to build, don't get me wrong. But the hardest part, I think, is probably going to be getting the villagers exactly the right amount. So we got 3 here, we got 3 here, or actually that was 2 over there, 3 here, you know. You got to make sure you prevent them from breeding at least until you finished all of them, because if they breed, then they'll reach the world cap for the number of villagers before you can put the villagers in these. That would be bad, because you know the only way to fix it would be to come up here and kill them, and then all kinds of confusingness. Now, the biggest problem right now is I haven't actually done this on survival yet. I've been working on it, I've gotten like 2 towers done on survival already. I think 3 actually. Minus these things. I've made them, but I didn't like put the villagers in them yet. And that's actually going to be a pretty difficult task, getting one at a time in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 villagers, and I'm going to create a little pod over here. I'm going to create something that keeps them really safe and inside of minecarts and everything, you know, like you would normally see with people that keep villagers. And then I'm going to kill all the other villagers as much as possible. I'm going to have me and my bro and my sis-in-law, we're going to go around the whole world and we're going to kill as many villagers as we can, except for those 2. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to create a system to breed them without creating, and then I'm going to breed them and I'm going to send them one by one up there into the correct ones. And then I'm going to make sure that only these in here breed in however big house I make or whatever. Getting them one at a time is going to be a little difficult, but we'll see. And then, yeah, that should work. We'll see though. And I think all I have to do is I have to make a pseudo village here as well. It'll take away from that, but since there's no villagers up there, it won't matter. And then I'll make them breed and everything. But we'll talk more about that in my next video. In my next video, if it's not going to be a Let's Play series, it's going to be a video on how I'm going to do that. How to breed the villagers and get them correctly in their pods in survival. So that's going to be the next video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Now, by the way, one more thing. I call this the 5 iron. You know, like the golf club. Is that a lame name, or does anyone have better suggestions, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put a link to the tutorial that I used to make this. The original guy made the Triple Iron Farm. You just look him up on YouTube. He'll be like the first thing that pops up. I think it's Skippy5 Gamer, I think. Skippy5 Games, something like that. But anyway, you should definitely check him out. He does pretty cool stuff. Only hardcore survival, which is basically what I do, except I test stuff in creative first. But anyway, I will catch you guys in the next video.